There we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thunderbird challenge, let's race. 3, 2, 1, go!
Funny because I never had a problem with Ford Racing 3 when I did runs of it last time, and now it's just like, oh, the game's gonna crash. It's like, oh great. Actually, I think I remember why. I just don't really spam through the game that fast. This is one of them games that if you spam through the menus too fast, it didn't like it. Funnily enough, I never had any problems with Driver 2 in spamming through menus, even at speed. See, getting a good run on this game is hard because spamming through menus, it just, game's like, nope, I don't like it. The weird thing is I can see my mouse cursor on the right hand side and it's just constantly spinning. I'm like, uh-oh. Like, what does this want? What does my PC want from me right now? I don't know. It says I don't know. It says nah. Okay, here we go. Whee! Nice. Okay, not looking too bad. Driving's not great, but I'm not worried, that's fine. Sensitivity on this control. I forget how sensitive this is. Oh, hello. It apparently just played the sound for boost. Interesting. Never usually plays that. That's weird. Well, that's fine. I wonder how broke this game really is. I mean, we already know how broke the any percent is. Thanks to Oliver.
Finish, you win! Car collected. Track collected. Challenge unlocked. Thunderbirds. Challenge, let's race.
Nice.
3, 2.
Did I watch this run? Yeah, I did actually. Since this run's like half an hour, I just had it on the moment he posted it. I was like, yeah, I'm watching this.
Time extended. Time extended.
Okay, come on. SVT Lightning concept? That's what this is?
Time extended.
Nice. Really strange. Pretty good actually, this is pretty good.
Time extended.
Come on, car.
Finish. You win. Car collected. Track collected. Race type collected. Mustang. Challenge. Let's race.
Nice. Hey, Andy.
2, 1, go.
Haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? So with this being the easy any percent, I think this category will come down a fair bit. Depends if the game doesn't crash and if everything goes alright. I was only slightly up after this race last time, so hopefully, here's hoping. Oh, you still remember? Of course I do. Of course I still remember you, Andy. I was having a look back the other day on, I think you're on Discord, and I'd seen that you joined my Discord, so I was like, it's been a while since I've seen Andy around. Of course I remember. You were there when I used to do my CMR1 runs a few years back, I remember that. That's true, that game doesn't crash, I know, yeah. Mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad. You tried to speedrun. You've tried to speedrun Driver 2, or are you going to try to speedrun Driver 2? That's the two ways I've just interpreted that. October 2017. Nice. Funny thing is, even though I've turned the game volume down, it's still very loud. Interesting. Ford Visos. Hang on, wait. See if I can read that. The Ford Visos was cut from the game, but the textures exist. What's the Ford I'm trying to think what the Ford Visos is. Will I try the test drive series in the future? I've done one run of Test Drive Unlimited 2. I intend to come back to that. Ah, it's a concept car, I never knew that. Never heard that one. I mean, it'd explain why I've never heard of it, but interesting. I didn't even know there was a concept called the Ford Visos. I'll have to have a look at that. I presume there's like pictures of the car online and stuff, right? I know, yeah. We do learn something new every day, you're right.
New challengers ahead.
Okay, here goes nothing. Right, now. That worked out surprisingly well. Yeah, I probably will try the test drive series one day. It's not on my to-do list right now, but yeah, I've got quite a few runs on my task list or goals list. I have quite a few runs that I've got to do. Although the goals list, it keeps getting updated every now and again. I updated it earlier on. I was like, why not?
Car collected. Track collected. Challenge unlocked. Mustangs. GT challenge. Let's race.
There we go.
Collect the 3, 2, 1,
Nice. Ah, bugger. Yeah, I need to see the Vizos as well. I need to have a look at a picture of that. I didn't even know there was one. Luckily, I can actually just put my foot down with these. Don't really have to worry about collecting them as much. It's like, what was that like? You didn't want to collect them as much? No. I believe
finish. You win. Car collected. Race type collected. GT challenge. Let's
Nice.
race. Drive 3, 2, 1, go. Nice.
Okay, so I've got, what, quite a bit of time here, so I can afford to mess this up. How much time do I lose if I hit one of these cones? A second? That's fine by me. Oh yeah, I definitely prefer something like PGR4 to this, yeah. I think PGR4's gameplay styles are a bit different because not only are they used in terms of like a different structure, but they're used handsomely as well. Like for example, in the Ford competition mode for this, it's mainly just circuit racing and stuff like that. But in PGR4 you get a mix of it in the career mode and in like the arcade mode as well. So you have more than one option, so to speak. Also, yeah, I can drive like complete trash on this, it's fine. I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to drive like...
Finish.
See? That's why.
Car collected. Track collected. Challenge unlocked.
Yeah, I definitely can't disagree with you on that one.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I can't wait to do the super stroke or whatever it's called, because that'll be so easy. Yeah, the thing is about PGR4 is PGR4 came out in, what, 2007? This came out in 2004? And this was a last gen title, not a next gen title at the time. This was being made for the likes of the PS2 and the Xbox and stuff, and the 360, and everything was on the horizon. Basically, you're comparing like a a piece of stale bread to a chocolate chip cookie. It's pretty difficult. It's pretty easy to pick an answer. I mean, but then yeah, like Mick said, probably PGR2 would be a good comparison for this car. Game, sorry.
Draft your partner to change the
That's another thing I like about this game mode. Like, one of the things that I remember watching a review of, actually it was Game Trailers that made the review of it. I would highly recommend watching the Game Trailers review. So, Game Trailers made a review of PGR4, and they mentioned about the fact that PGR4 basically came up with absolutely any way to get around the track. And they said like there's no tuning or anything, so meaning whatever car you see, what you see is what you get, basically. So it's just pure flat out driving, there's nothing else to it. I was playing some of the original Metropolis Street Racer the other day for the Dreamcast, obviously via emulation. And the game's okay, but my god is it difficult. Like, that game's difficult from start to finish. It's a tough ass game. It's no wonder that nobody's done any percent run of that game. I mean, I've always preferred this one to Ford Racing 2, but at the same time, there's quite a few that had preferred Ford Racing 2 to 3. Which is probably why it didn't do so good, really. That's kind of answering your question there. I don't think this game is bad. I quite enjoy it. It's very arcade-ish, obviously. So it's quite easy to pick up and play. Same with Ford Racing 2, there really isn't that much of a difference. PGR2 got 9.5. Well, I think it's the obvious winner then, who it is. To be fair, Ford Racing games weren't awful in my mind. I never saw them as awful games, but the series as a whole just was, because it was all based around one. Because it was all based around one manufacturer. I think that's what did it. You know, like, for example, any game that was based around one car manufacturer didn't do as well as, say, a full-on racing game. I mean, Porsche Challenge, for example, for the PlayStation 1, that did okay. Not great, but okay.
Finish. Car collected. Track collected. Challenge unlocked. GT. Challenge. Let's race. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, exactly. It's even got Ford in the title. No, but like, there was a few games that were based around car manufacturers. Like, for example, Ford obviously got this series. Ford got this series, hence why it's called Ford Racing. Nissan got their own game with the Need for Speed franchise, believe it or not. Wasn't really, I wouldn't really call it a Need for Speed game, but it was more or less based around Nissan. Porsche had, well, Porsche Challenge and Need for Speed did their Porsche Unleashed. Pretty sure there's a game mainly based around Toyota, but I could be wrong. But yeah, games that were based mainly around one particular, one particular thing were not as good as main games. Would I give it? Would I give it a?
Let's race.
Would I give it a 4.5 out of 10 myself? No, I'd probably give it more like 6 or 7 out of 10. Being honest. I wouldn't give it like an 8 or a 9, but I mean, for back then, maybe it was decent. It's hard because if I had to review the game back then, I could give you a bit more of an accurate scale. It's hard to review it now because of the age of it. It's all about, has it aged well? How do the graphics stand up to today? Obviously, the games nowadays are gonna make this look completely inferior, and then some. that's pretty much what that's what video game standards are based on. The standard gets higher because of the new consoles and stuff. Hey TG, speaking of games that age and stuff, TG plays Kirby, so there you go. You know, it's hard to review a game nowadays because of the, like I said, the standards industry. The industry standards, my bad. Yeah, long time no see, TG. Hope you've been keeping well. I mean, they made like Ford Racing Off-Road, I think. If I'm not mistaken. So, oh boy, oh boy. It's a good job these cars can just drive off-road. Yeah, true. Industry standards. It's like, you try and compare like an old... If you're trying to review an old Need for Speed game against one that's new nowadays, then I think it's just a case of, right, well, how does the new game look? Okay, it looks like this. How does the old game look? Right, it looks like this. Okay, maybe we better not compare, or maybe not do a review of these games. It's like, no, you could do a review of those games, but people just choose not to. Also, I'm in bed right now with no energy. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. We're all having a chill day. Yeah, I haven't really bought any AAA games as of late. I mean, I have bought a couple of more newer games, you know, like 2016, 17, but I haven't bought anything like this year, as far as I know. Actually, I tell you what, I haven't bought any new AAA games, but I have bought games that have come out this year. Like, for example, I bought that Art of Rally indie game that came out in, when was it? August? July, August? Well, that's probably the only new game that I've actually bought. Like, I haven't bought Cyberpunk, I haven't bought anything else. I did buy a load of games on the Steam sales the other day, 40 odd of them actually, but a lot of the games aren't new. Well, then again, define new. If it's anything that came out in like the last year, then I haven't bought anything, but I did buy games that came out 5 years ago, 3 years ago even. Some of the games I bought were just games that I hadn't even bothered with.
Car collected. Track collected.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I didn't buy... I'm kind of glad that I didn't buy Cyberpunk, to be honest, because I've heard it's been nothing but a buggy mess. But that's what a lot of games are full of. Anyway, that's just how video games are. Like, you can't make a flawless game and launch it. There's always going to be bugs and glitches. It's just... I don't know, there was something about it, like, when I saw the announcement I was like, what's the deal with Cyberpunk anyway? This was when it originally got announced. And then, over the years I was like, you know what, maybe I'll actually buy this Cyberpunk when it comes out. Fast forward to when it actually released, or when it got closer this year, I was like, nah, I'm not going to bother. And I was kind of right in doing so, I feel, because of not just reviews, but the amount of complete issues on hardware and even on PC as well. So I was like, yeah, I'm glad I haven't bought that. Like, I don't mind if I bought a game that was from, say, 2011 and it was full of bugs now, because I'd be like, yeah, okay, it's 9-year-old, it's to be expected. But when you buy a new game then, you're like, the last thing you want is games that can be broken within like 5 minutes. I mean, like, take for example... I've got to try and remember the name of the damn thing. There was one game that released, and within like 10 minutes, it was already broke. I'm trying to think what it was. Can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, there was a few games that were like that. I don't trust game reviews as a whole anymore. I don't trust the industry anymore. Because they hype you up with all this bullcrap to say like, oh yeah, this game's going to come out, it's going to be next gen graphics and stuff. It's like, well, it better be next gen because it's coming out on a next gen platform, duh. But I don't know, it's just they feed you the same garbage year in, year out. It's like, oh hey, yeah, it's going to be next gen graphics. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying though. It's like games get ranked as 2 out of 10. I'm like, this game's fine. How's it a 2 out of 10? Do you know why it's 2 out of 10 or 4 out of 10 or whatever? It's usually because it's not original. That's probably why. It's like if they release the newest COD, okay? Take this as an example. Say they release the newest Call of Duty, and within a day, reviews are already saying, it's 2 out of 10. Is that the game's content or the lack of originality? Because at that point, you're just money laundering a dead horse. Basically, you're just beating a dead horse. I seriously don't get it. I really don't understand where the industry lies anymore. Whether it comes to game reviews, graphics, gameplay style, there just isn't as much variety anymore as there used to be. And when they try it, it's not good enough because we've had things for years. Hey, Giotto! We've had like the same concepts being fed to us over and over. I think people have just had enough of the same bollocks given to them over the years. Whether it be the same, I mean, like a good example would actually be racing games. Racing games are practically the same concept. It's like, oh, you race a car around the track or a vehicle, and yet somehow they try and find new ways to invite you back. I've not bought, apart from this Art of Rally, I was just like, yeah, I'm not buying a new, I'm not buying a new racing game. I'm just not. I was a bit sketchy about buying, what's it called? I was a bit sketchy about buying F1 2020, to be honest. And that ended up being quite similar to last year with one or two like added features, I thought. But I don't know, maybe that or people are just getting bored with video games. Is Art of Rally good? I quite enjoyed it when I played it. I haven't really seen reviews of it yet. I think I've seen one review that was done by somebody, but I haven't seen a review of like a proper company do it yet. Maybe I've just skimmed over them or I didn't even see them release them, but an excellent PC vehicle and combat game. So something like Twisted Metal but a bit more modern and kind of like Destruction Derby sort of thing. With like miniguns and machine guns and stuff so you can blow cars up and destroy them. That sort of thing. See, do you know what would happen if they actually turned around and... Do you know what they do though? Because let's be honest, we all know what they do, don't we? What would they do? Let's see. They would probably, chances are, TG, to get your wish, they'd probably remaster Twisted Metal for PC. That's what they do. That's the only way you get your wish. Unless they suddenly turned around and was like, hey, we're going to make a vehicle combat game. That's chances of what you're going to get close to. And that's like, I don't know if that would happen. I'm not saying that is what would happen, but given how the industry behaves and how the money laundering and all this rubbish, you know, DLC's there, remasters of this and so on, chances are that would probably happen. I'm not saying Twisted Metal would be it, but you know, a game that's full of destruction and stuff like that in the past. I mean, like, it's no surprise that they haven't released like a new Ridge Racer for PlayStation 4 or PS5. They haven't really, actually, yeah, they haven't released, if I remember rightly, they haven't released a new Ridge Racer since Ridge Racer 3D. I think that was for the 3DS, and I think that's because it flopped, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, like, there's games on PC already, aren't there? Like you say, Gas Guzzlers Extreme, I think it's called. There's Automobilista, there's... Is it Automobilista? I forget the name of it. You know, you've got them, you've got Assetto Corsa, R-Factor 2, where you can mess around and smash cars up, but it just doesn't feel as exciting. BeamNG, there's another. But you have to kind of mod stuff in to make them interesting. There's no game like that at heart, I think. Is what you're saying. Like, we could do with an actual game rather than mod an older game or a game that's come out in the last 2 years. I suppose Right Fest could do it, yeah, actually. I've completely forgot about that one, Chotu. Yeah, you're right. Good chance.
Finish. You win. Car collected.
Very true.
Track collected. SBT challenge. Let's race. 3, 1, go.
But yeah, I don't know. Games industry feels like it's just hitting a brick wall now. It's kind of, hey, here's what we could do, but we're not going to actually do that. I mean, GTA 5 is definitely the biggest example of how bad the industry has gotten. Like, don't get me wrong, there's obviously, as I always say, there's always new indie developers that are keen to show what they've got, aren't they? You know, there's always them developers like the guys behind Art of Rally. You know, there's people out there that are like, hey, we're actually an independent, you know, we are an independent game company and we can do what the big guys can do, but on a budget. And that's great. It's great to see stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie. It's just a shame that the games industry has become that greedy now for money that it's just turned into a riot show, being honest. It's just terrible.
Finish. You win. Car collected. Track
But,
collected.
again, that's just me.
Thunderbirds. Challenge. Let's race. 3.
Jim Sterling's content? I'm trying to think who that is. Is he a comedian by any chance? I think who that is. Let's race. So I've got Thunderbird, 66 Thunderbird. Oh, we're doing good so far. Does a weekly challenge. Yeah, this is on Steam, Chotu, yeah. Should be quite cheap as well. Why can't I see it? You should be able to. Unless they've delisted it. They might have delisted it actually, that's the question. Possibly it could be delisted. Same with Ford Street Racing, actually. If not, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, Blur. I was looking at that the other day. I was like looking at all the games I had on my hard drive, and I was just like, what games could I install? Turns out, when I went to My Abandonware yesterday, because you can get a lot of good games off there, by the way. Just saying, just throwing that out there. I found London Racer World Challenge for PC, which made me so happy. I was like, yes, because I've been after that game for ages now. I didn't even know it was on there, and I was like, yes, another bad game I can run. And there's no leaderboards for it, so I just want to play through it and see how bad it is and what variety it's got. Because apparently London Racer World Challenge, it's a mix of London Racer, USA Racer, Paris Marseille Racing, A3 Racer I think it is, or A1 Racer, whatever it's called. There's like a mix of all sorts of circuits in there, ranging from France to America to London, you know, to Britain, sorry, and a few others. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Mick? I didn't think like there would be that many games. If people want to find games, especially old ones, you can find a lot of them on. My Abandonware. Thanks. If people are interested in seeing like where I got my graphics from, if you type !graphics, that'll tell you everything you need to know. Hotline got a PS Vita, yeah, I saw it, yeah. So he's doing hardware runs for Pursuit Force now, apparently. I wonder when we're going to see his first run on the PS Vita, though, that's my question. I remember that guy using, that guy used the PS Vita, didn't he, for Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. He did like Act 1 run, Act 2. No one's done a full game run yet, it's just me. Feels bad, man. Because that would mean going back to Pursuit Force. Dude, you like that game, admit it. I mean, yeah, okay, it beats the hell out of you, but that game was fun as hell to run for you. It was hard, yes. Honestly, dude, the way you ran it, I'll be honest, the way you ran that game was amazing to watch to me. And no, I'm not just saying that, that's genuine, right? Genuine. It was a pretty damn good run. I mean, like I said, even the guys at UKSG thought it was great, so what is there not to like?
Finish.
Wow, okay. I matched
Collected.
my
Challenge
PB.
unlocked.
Nice.
Thunderbirds. Let's race.
66
3,
Thunderbird.
2, 1, go.
Right, so I have 3 laps to do this, but you do it in one. That's how you beat this game that easy. It do be jamming though. Pretty good. Man, the music's pretty decent in this too. Also, what did I miss? So glad it to show off the big game. Yeah. It is good though, isn't it? Like I said, the run's one of them that's like, I don't know, it's fun in what it tries to do. Like, Pursuit Force was a very unique game. I've still been trying to get it in a marathon. I got it in one marathon, as in the Extreme Justice game. I managed to get that in Shots Fired a while ago. like a month and a bit ago. It was really cool to show off, and people quite enjoyed the sequel as well. So fair to say that run is, both runs are quite fun and enjoyable to watch for a lot of people, especially those that have never seen them before. The first one's more challenging because it's like 2 and a bit hours, whereas the second one, the sequel's just more relaxing, I think,
Well,
isn't it?
you'd better complain to France or something then.
Finish.
Okay,
Car collected.
interesting.
Race type collected. Shield collected. Mustangs. Generate challenge. Let's race.
Nice. 3 now.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. Maybe even Straton, exactly. No, the games are fairly interesting, I'd say. I mean, they both have a storyline, which when you play it through, maybe the first one doesn't really have much of a story. You don't really pay attention to the story for that one. The second one is all story oriented, I think. Now, my question is, I'm about tied with my PB on the last 2 events. This will probably make it 3 if I can do well at this event. Oh, the super stroke, whatever you call it. Hell yes. Right, okay. I'm actually excited for this one because I know it won't be difficult. That's why I'm like, yes. Because the super stroke, or whatever it's called, is an absolute nightmare of a bloody car to drive. It's not a car, it's a truck, and it's horrible. It's horrible to drive. It's so bad. It's so bad. Come on.
Finish. You win.
Nice.
Car collected.
Somehow I
Challenge unlocked.
beat my PB for that one.
Concept challenge.
Here we
Let's
go.
race. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's time for the big monster. Here we go.
Oh! It's Tarquini!
Indeed it is. It's Tarquini. He's on the grass. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Right, so this one is just going to be plain sailing. This track is just hometown from Need for Speed 3. It probably is. There's probably a load of tracks on this that have been robbed out of other series. Also, for those that don't know what I'm driving, this monster. This is what I'm driving. It is absolutely horrendous. Yeah, this is a wide boy, this one. So playing it on easy should make things easier, right? I'd hope so. Right, okay, so I've took on the Thunderbird, that's easy. So I've got to take on the Falcon and the Ford Racing Boom. Just like that. Took them both on. Also, the turbo in this must be massive. Does British Touring Car pre-season testing? Yeah, it does. Don't know when it is, mind. I think the first round's in March, so they usually have it around February, I think. Yeah, we've got a lot of things. I've got a lot of things that got a lot of things that we're going to be aiming for in the new year, so that's going to be pretty damn cool. When we get to the new year, things should really start looking up. Hopefully. I say start looking up, I mean like, there's a lot of things that I've got on my to-do list that I want to try and attack at with full pelt. Speaking of attacking with full pelt. I accidentally took out the Cobra. Yeah, I've updated the goals list. I've took off goals that I've already done this year. So I've basically had a crack at it and gone, right, let's see what I want to have a crack at. I'm not saying they're all going to be done next year, but I'm going to try and wipe as many of them off as I can next year. I do want to try and stick to CMR stuff, more or less. First and foremost, stick to CMR.
Finish. You win. Car collected. Challenge unlocked. Concept. Let's race. 3, 1,
I don't. What's the FR100? It's a truck, isn't it? Well, I don't know what it's got in it. Has this got like 4 GT engine? I can never remember what this has got in it. For those who don't know, this is the FR100. Ah, you can actually see what I mean.
nice.
Must have like a stock car engine in it, I don't know.
Excellent.
Freaking ridiculous. Picked up Sly Cooper too. Nice. Does anyone know what's in the FR100? I have no idea. Like, not one. Not frigging clue. I'm mainly going to be CMR related, yeah, for next year. But I have got a few games on my to-do list that I want to hit and get done.
Finish. You win. Car collected. Trucks. Challenge. Let's race.
Okay, SVT Cobra.
3, 2, 1, go. Time extended.
There we go. I mean, CMR2 is obviously on the list. I don't really have any intentions of going back to CMR1 next year. Or at least not yet anyway. So I'm probably going to be done with CMR1 for a while.
Time extended.
CMR2 I want to come back to because I want to get a 117 in novice. I'm actually going to try and go for that because I feel like I'm absolutely mental to try and crack the 2-minute barrier. Like, I've got an early 119 at the moment, but I want to try and get
Finish.
a 117, so that's on my to-do list.
Shield collected. SBT challenge. Let's race. 3, 2, 1, go.
You're mad!
So I've got, yeah, CMR2 next year. CMR3, I want to try and improve my Season 1 time. I'm not really asked about CMR04. I might come back and try the 4-wheel drive championship again. And try and catch up a little bit to Blitz. I don't want to take the record, I'm not really asked about that one. In fact, it's probably one of my worst CMR games, so it's fine. CMR 2005, I want to have another crack at that next year. But I don't know yet if I'm going to be coming back, because I need to properly like relearn the game and get better at it again. So I've got that. And then hopefully next year at some stage, there might be my chance at going for the career mode. As well, for that one. I want to attempt at
You win.
Dirt 1 as well.
Car collected. Track collected. SVT. Let's race. 3, 2, 1, go.
Pretty much just going to drive a normal lap around this if I can. Try and drive a normal lap around here. I also want to have a crack at Stuntman. Try and beat Stuntman in under 2 hours. That's a goal for next year. Again, when I'll do that, I don't know. Yeah, fair to say. F is back. Top of my list for next year, like I said, just mainly CMR2, 3, 2005. CMR04's on there, but it's not the top. Driver 1 and 2 as well. Ford Racing 2, Ford Racing Off-Road. Because I want to route that game and do better with it. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Mustangs challenge. Let's race. 3.
Anything new? Ooh, that's not a question you should ask me, Riv. That could be anything. Yeah, that could be anything, Riv. You never know. I don't know yet. There might be some new stuff on the horizon, who knows? I have been eyeing up Need for Speed again, but I don't know which ones yet. There's a couple of them I want to run, but whether I'll actually do them yet, I don't know. House of Dead Overkill? Probably not. I do want to improve my House of Dead 4 run though, that I did. And I actually want to get a House of Dead 2 run on the leaderboards. So that it can actually be verified. Oh, I forgot I needed to I forgot I've got 2 boosts. And I can use both of them. Man. God damn it, why didn't I use the other boost? Whoops. I've already done House of Dead 2, but I need to count the in-game. I need to actually go through the game and count the frames or something. I forget what it is. Because they're very serious about that kind of stuff. It's like, they can't verify it unless it's verified. Verifiable, I mean. Like, I did a run of how I've done a few runs of House of Dead 2 now, but I haven't submitted either of them because I need to download a PB. Get like a proper, you know, get a proper like House of Dead thing. What's it called? I need to do like the time without loads. I forget what it is. Because it doesn't count in-game time or anything like that. That's what I need to do. So, but that won't take long. I mean, the run's like 20-ish minutes anyway. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've still got my PB on here, so I can just download my PB, as in on Twitch. I've still got my PB on Twitch, so obviously I can just download that and then count how many frames it is and submit it with whatever else I need.
You win! Car collected. Race type collected. Challenge unlocked. Mustangs. Challenge. Let's race. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this thing's amazing. I forget how nice this thing is to drive. Honest to God, this thing just bolts. You say go, it goes. Hey, it just goes, this thing, I tell you. I'm actually going to gain a fair bit of time on these sort of events. Oh, that's close.
Finish. You win!
Told you.
Car collected. Challenge unlocked. Mustangs. Challenge. Let's race. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, this could be a 116 actually. Actually, this probably will be a 116 if I can get it. I've got all the truck ones done, haven't I? Apart from the SVT Lightning one, of course. Also, it's the legendary Mustang GTR. This is actually the one, if I'm not mistaken, it's the one from Test Drive Unlimited. I actually first saw that there. I don't think I've got a minute time save in hand to do a 115, being honest, Rev. It'd be nice, but I haven't got enough time. Unless there's somewhere I can find like a full minute. Like the races I can't really gain any time on because, well, the races are just that, races. There's nothing else to them. So on hard, these guys are really difficult normally. I'll be dipping in and out. Yeah, no worries, chef. No problem. I know a few people are just like sitting here lurking, chilling. Mick's doing the same apparently. I didn't notice he was gone. There, he'd come back. Do apologise, mate. Oh yeah, it seems like they keep breaking Vice City stories, as in GTA Vice City stories. The record's like a 2:48 now, which is ridiculous. So they've already knocked like 40 minutes off. They reckon like a really good run's around 2:30ish, 2:35. So they've knocked almost like an hour off the speedrun. Thanks to this new glitch thing that they've got, which is nuts. Right, so how long have I actually got left to finish this? So I've got about an hour and... I'm an hour already and an hour in. So I've got about 15 minutes. I've got this car, the Model A, the SVT Lightning, which I'll save time on as well. Yeah, it'll be... ooh, I'm about 116 now actually, I'm thinking. It'd be nice if I saved time on a lot of these races. Didn't lose much.
Collected. Challenge unlocked. Generate challenge. Let's
right,
race.
so I've got the Model A.
3, 2, 1, go.
I hate this car so badly. I hate this thing so badly. It's so awful. Yep. We're driving the Model A, boys. Model A. For context, all the cars are fitted with boost. So we'll end up seeing cars go ridiculous speeds and do ridiculous crazy stunts as well. So I haven't got much in terms of boost, so I'm probably going to lose time on this one. That, and I did over-revving as well, which never helps. There we go. Slowest car ever. It's so slow. Oh my god. This is what we call a slow as hell car. Come on! Yeah, I am going to lose some time. 8, 9, there we go. Told you I'd lose time.
Finish. You win.
Oh, because I got a bad
Collected.
start.
Track collected. Generation challenge.
Right.
Let's race.
We got a 2000 Mustang after
2,
this.
1, go.
What's this one? Yeah, what's this race? I have no clue. I just saw that. So you can get boost as an option at a Ford dealership if you give the correct code phrase to the salesperson. Oh god, imagine that. Hi, I'd like a Ford Mustang, please. Yeah, would you like that with boost? Yes. Do you know what the secret passcode is? Is it boost? In all capitals? It is! Congratulations! You've won yourself a new Ford Mustang with boost. Basically, it comes with added nitrous. Especially Honda. I mean, not in F1 obviously, but yeah, maybe. Electric car with boost. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Ah, yes, we get this, baby. Come on. Give me the Mustang. Nice. Is this 67? Don't know what this is actually. Could be 67, I'm not sure. Did it boost? I know, yeah. The speed! It's the only car where you feel like you're gonna die. Mustangs. I don't know how many people here are familiar with GTA Vice City, but there's a rainbowizer. I think it's called a rainbowizer or something. It's this mod that just makes everything random. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Honestly, I'm not even joking. I wish I was kidding. It's brilliant.
Baton change successful.
Okay, so apparently I need to do this in about a minute or so. Interesting. So what have I got? Hang on, wait. So to beat this, I need to beat this in before 1:08:02 to time a PB. Or better it. So it really is game on. Come on. We should be able to do this before 108, surely.
Finish. You win.
Nice.
Car collected. Track collected. Generations. Challenge. Let's race. 3, 2, 1.
Now we're racing the modern car. See, now the game feels normal. Why does YouTube give me Bentley ads? I don't know, I couldn't tell you. Mike keeps telling me about that raid Shadow Legends. I'm like, please would you f off with that stuff, YouTube. You know I'm just gonna click skip as soon as the button appears, don't you? It's like, why? Why do you have to tell me about this raid Shadow Legends? What's so fucking good about it anyway? At this point, the game's just become a meme. That's not a good thing if you want sales to go up. In person, I'm not asked what the sales do. Oh, hey, look.
Finish. You win. Car collected. Shield collected. Concept. Challenge. Let's
Okay,
race.
so I got the Indigo.
3, 1, go.
cars to go.
Time extended. Time extended.
Cosy!
Finish. You win. Car collected. Concept. Challenge. Let's race.
Nice.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh god. I've got the Mach 3 to do and then the Lightning. How fast these things are. Why is this car have to be so bloody quick? Right, so if I'm not mistaken, so I've got 3 cars.
You're going too fast.
I know. I know. I always go too fast.
Change the time. The time change successful.
There we go. I don't know yet. We'll find out, Riv. Yeah, I got rid of the channel point reward, but that's because I've got a sound clip that says it instead. It was what I wanted. I was actually after the sound clip and I couldn't find it, and then eventually I looked in Colin McRae's Rally's sound files and I was like, oh hey, there it is. So I ended up finding one and I was like, yep, we're going to have that as a sound clip. So people can activate that whenever they feel like they want to. And it don't cost them anything either, it don't cost them channel points.
Nice driving, son.
Although, the game's a bit high for them to be heard, unfortunately. I have to turn the... Well, I did turn the volume down for this, but it seems like it's still bloody loud.
Change the time. The time change successful.
There we go. Gonna stop looking for a bit just to catch the end. Wise choice, Shep, wise choice. The driving's not been flawless, I'll say that. Never is. It's always a bit scruffy at some point. Gotta be here for the celebration after all. I mean, the celebration isn't gonna be much. I'll be like, yay! More or less. Just saying. But let's see what we get. Let's see what we get.
You win! Car collected. Shield collected. SVT. Let's race. 3, 2, 1, go! Finish. You win. Collected. Shield collected. Trophy collected.
Easy.
Driver trophy cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Trophy cabinet.
There you go. It's there. Way!